Okay, that's better. Maybe you guys can hear me now. Forgot to unmute that mic. Running behind in a mad rush today, so you guys are gonna have to give me a moment to get myself a dram and get this all set up. Because if you don't broadcast in time, YouTube cancels the old stream. So here we are, rocking and rolling, episode 103, which is hard to believe, but we are here. More than 100 episodes is an achievement, I'd say. What do you guys have in your glasses at home? Maybe inspire me. It is the Dan Show. This is the Dan Show. Secretly, this is what I've always wanted. So we'll see if I can make a good run of it. Hopefully, I'll have some of the crew popping in to join us. If not, you guys got Pure Haze. What was it? I was craving something earlier, and I can't remember what it was. Yes, I can. It was STR. Gonna get some STR going here. Oh boy. So how's everybody doing on this wonderful Thursday? Oof, that's not a bad suggestion, but too late because I went for the Coloman, but I might ooh, nice one, Dave. It's funny, Mitch, because I used to be literally exclusively American, like very little Canadian here and there, but like 95% of my bottles used to be American rye, American whiskey, and bourbon. Even as a Canadian, and even we do have some stellar ryes up here. You guys still do. Oh, I haven't. Oh my God! See, I forgot about that kind of stuff. Give me a moment here. Gonna get some more familiar faces in here, folks. See, I can produce as well. Okay. Oh, now if my messenger will open, we do this and we do that. I'm computering. You guys should see me interneting over here. It's really impressive. Okay. Oh, this is fantastic. All right, we should have some folks join us soon. Yeah, I know. With the salary he gets paid too.
Yeah, what about my salary?
It's a handsome salary.
Yeah. Listen, a salary is not a mirror. Let's just be very clear about the definitions here, okay?
Yeah, handsome reflection.
Hi, Dan.
How you doing, pal?
Fantastic.
So I've had, and I do know that a worse day than me, not everyone. Somebody's having a worse day than me somewhere. But today, oh, that's kind of weird, eh? See, let's set it like, is that how we do it? Look, yeah. I'm learning stuff, guys. I'm rocking and rolling here.
Oh my God, this is gonna be a clusterfuck.
Why?
Love
why?
you, Dan.
Why?
Love you. You're doing awesome.
We're gonna have fun night. Yeah, we're gonna have dolphins smoking weed. Yeah. Okay. This is all kind. Yeah, I literally haven't stopped. I still have sweat on my brow from my work. I didn't change. I didn't shower. I rushed back so fast. I'm just clearing a space in here trying to get this stream going. Then I click live, and it's a good thing you said something, because I definitely wouldn't have even thought to put the link in there. So
I was just sitting there. I'm like, oh, I guess he's not back yet. No, whatever.
Dan show, go for it. Whatever.
Yeah, no, that was good. It was that was a fun drive home, obeying all speed limits, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody in the chat, Dave, Weddle, Donald, Uncle John, Hola. Who else we got? Scotty Swing. We got Charles in here. We got Kilco. I'm scrolling all the way back up to see if any of the... Yeah. So, hey, guys, and everyone else that's not in the chat, thanks for joining us. Tonight was going to be a really fun blind tasting with Beam Centauri Ambassador James Neal, but it's going to be next week. So definitely tune in to catch us make fools of ourselves trying to guess the whiskeys that we're drinking. Yeah, that'll be a fun one, I think. I just
Smells like whiskey.
I just go on those base things. Like, I really like to at least... Oh, this is peated. This is a peated whiskey. But yeah, that should be a really fun one. I got my my samples here today, so really looking forward to that. I love blind tasting live. I have no shame. I cannot be embarrassed. I think it's fun. The last one I did before that brief one I did with Dwyer last week, was a bunch of bourbons that I got from someone, a barrel proof bourbon blind, and it was really neat because I knew they were all bourbons and high proof. Like that was when I was a lot closer to my hardcore bourbon swing, but it was really awesome.
Sorry. Like, when you just said that, all I could think of was like a hardcore swing band only singing about bourbon.
Oh, I guess there'd be some like distorted guitars in
there.
Oh,
absolutely. And it'd be like, New Oak. Got him.
Fucking Dan's laughing.
As usual, two words out of the void, and I'm laughing. New Oak. Oh my god. Yeah, that's basically it. We're pretty much on a band now. We've got Scotty Swing writing lyrics.
Yo, do you even gent though?
And his name is Scotty Swing. So if we're gonna have a swing band, hardcore or not.
Yeah, no, fair.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. That's the thing that needs to happen.
I can do walking bass lines. We're set.
Excellent.
I can headbang. That's about all I can do.
No, you'll be doing vocals. You'll be doing two. There'll be two vocals credited coming from one person for your part in our band. And I don't know what the name is of that other demon that lives in your vocal cords, but definitely gonna throw some credit on the album for sure for the vocals to the throat demon.
Mellow Corn. Oh god.
Nice one, buddy. Hey, honestly,
no, acoustic corn.
Corn. No, I refuse to be involved in this project.
Hello, welcome to Mellow Corn.
Donald, yeah. Which is it? The blue that has different? Or no, that was the red that had the different cask finishes. Or is the blue have that as well? Or was the blue the older? I've been so out of the loop. But that's good. That's a good thing to know, because if Donald Rance is enjoying an Irish whiskey that you can pick up, folks, anyone that's in this chat or watching, you ever see Donald Rance mention an Irish whiskey that he enjoys, pick it up, because the man's experienced with Irish whiskeys. You can take his word for it for sure.
Oh, smooth jazz corn. No.
Smooth jazz corn.
Oh, for the life of me, I can't think of his fucking name.
That doesn't help any of us try to figure it out for you.
Duke Silver. There we go.
Oh, Duke.
All
Silver.
right.
Yeah, Duke Silver.
Nice.
Duke Silver.
Duke Jazz. Hello, it's me. Hi, Burley.
Uh-oh, Dan froze.
For fuck's sakes.
Nope,
My
you're
back?
back. You're back. You're back. You're back.
Okay. I am gonna need, babe.
Ice
I'm
pack.
gonna need a hard line over here. I'm gonna need a hard line in here.
Careful, make sure it's a union worker.
Whew. Gonna need some water over here.
Is that the Clamato glass?
No, it's not. It's
Oh,
not.
damn it.
Dwyer intercepted the letter, the lawsuit letter.
Oh, good. Good, good. I don't think that makes it go away, but cool.
I think it is a higher strength there, Dave, but definitely Donald will have to. Oh, there we go.
It's stuck in my arm. Sorry.
Thanks, babe.
Hard line.
Ex bourbon, ex sherry, ex Madeira, cast strength, and 7 years old. Yeah, that sounds horrible. Sounds terrible. I can't believe you're drinking that.
I
Actually,
have Ugadol right now, as a matter of fact.
ditto.
Nice.
Sorry.
It is
Ugadol.
Oogdal.
Ugdal. It's
Haha, das ist sehr gut, ja. Ich habe Ugadol.
it does not. It does sound a touch more Germanic than.
It really does.
Yeah, Burley will have that effect. Will have that effect on you. Also, you may feel.
Mead.
What's that?
We have a bottle of mead here. I don't know if it's any good still.
There's only one way to find out. How long does mead keep for? Like, let's turn this into an Ask Burley about mead episode. How long is an average? Is it a homemade bottle of mead, or is it a store bought, like a produced?
I believe it's a store bought. It was gifted to me. I believe it was store bought, and it's still, sealed, as far as I know.
It is absolutely store-bought, unless somebody got really fancy with a printer.
I think it should be. Sweet, sassy molasses.
Say what now?
400 quid on that. Blue
I'm just
spot?
going to say this right now. Like, we've done a lot of streams together. I've never heard you say that before.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Said
Are you
what?
okay? Are you a hostage? Are you a pod person? You're a
What
pod
did I
person.
say?
Sassy
What did I
Molassie.
Oh, sweet, sassy molasses. I think I've said that. It is a saying I have said many times. Not saying I've said it on stream before,
No,
but
that's fine. I've never heard it. It took me off guard and made me
excellent.
aghast for a second.
Wow,
Yeah,
excellent. That's a reaction. That's a void reaction. I live for void reactions. I also want it to be known. I really want this to be known. Just repeating it for what it's worth. That on the page with puns, once there's a reaction from the target audience, that's what I'm reacting to. I don't give a shit about the thing. I am literally, I swear to God, I'm being God honest here. I am getting my reaction from your reaction. It makes my day. Simply putting an angry face onto a post. And it doesn't even have to be on that page. Simply putting an angry face on a post from you makes me just fantastic. It makes me smile and laugh every fucking time. It's great. It's great stuff. So there you go. You guys are good to go.
It's a wax seal, so
It's
I'm
a wax
sure it's fine.
Yeah, you guys are set. We should we should do a mead episode and have
And Burley on.
yeah. That's what I think we should do. By the way, if all of you guys haven't subbed to Method to the Meadness, get over there right away.
Yeah.
Because Burley has his own channel about mead, and it's awesome because you learn about mead like straight up from scratch. It's not like you're in some big production thing. Like he's doing it at home, rocking and rolling, and he's really easy on the eyes. I don't know if you guys have seen Burley or not, but he is super duper easy on the eyes. So you could mute the channel and watch it and still get value out of it, but throw it on audio and learn a bunch of stuff too as well.
Let's see.
Wow.
Can you get a picture of Burley here? Hold on.
That's, you guys are gonna have to handle that. We're lucky that we're streaming here, okay? Like getting pictures up is have you guys seen Aquaman?
Yeah.
That's basically what Burley looks like, except not green, more hair.
That's all I got, man.
Like, is that a basilisk lizard? Is that even real?
I don't know what it is. It's a damn lizard running on the water.
Yeah. If you need a picture, just check out the film Aquaman. I believe he starred in that, and I think he's probably in that Game of Thrones.
I just showed you the behind-the-scenes documentary footage of Aquaman. You need to see it again?
It's all CG. That's actually what Jason Momoa looks like before the CG.
There it is. There he is.
I'm loving this STR. It's my favorite Coloman. I really want to meet people in person so I can pop open a single cask STR Coloman that I have. It's that special that I just can't justify popping it open and like waiting and still getting everybody some. It's just one of those symbolic things to actually open the bottle when you're there. It's not like wine or anything that you have to drink when it's open. I get it. But there's just that, there's more feeling to it. It's nicer to bring the fresh bottle and pop it open with friends. Yeah, Scotty, you'll be there, I'm sure, for sure. I'm pretty sure once we're allowed and everything's safe and comfortable and all that, we're basically just going to probably move into Dave's for a week or a weekend or something. I think that's probably going to, or we can do Brad the favor, maybe go up there this time and just crash Brad's house and sleep all over the stairs and floor and stuff there. But it'll happen. Who knows? We might even go down to Cult headquarters and have a gigantic. We'll bring a bunch of Canadians and just show up there because I know they love having just strangers show up unannounced. It's right in their wheelhouse of preferred things. We would love we'd love to house a bunch of strangers that I've never met right after a pandemic. This is fantastic.
I mean, listen, if they're Canadians, it's fine.
Yeah. And not that I would ever do that because I know you guys more than well enough that that's like the worst possible thing to ever do in the world. But if I ever did bring people, they would also be like proper introverted, cool nerds. I wouldn't bring like bros. Oh my God, I'd love to bring a bunch of bros. You guys would be death staring me so much. The eye stabbings.
You have property.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know. You don't need to finish anything. You just need. I've grown up saying I have property.
We have property and sharp objects.
That sounds really good. What kind of whiskey are you going to pour there, Jim? I would suggest something a little stronger. Oh, Papa, are you coming too? It'll be a time. The holes will already be dug and we'll just be showing up there. But let me show you to your room. And then you'll walk through like a curtain and it's just a mass grave.
I mean, it's just a drainage ditch. Don't you want to check out the drainage ditch I made?
You guys got to see the drainage ditch. You don't want to stay in this property without checking out this drainage ditch. No, get right in there. You got to see the drainage.
but like I put down like QP on the bottom for filtration. Go check it out.
It's
Haste
top
the drainage. I love all
Listen.
this Les Claypool stuff.
I have never even bothered attempting to learn anything Les Claypool because Les Claypool, and I'd rather listen to it than listen to me try and butcher it.
That's a good point. I see it on both sides, but yeah, it is Les Claypool. And like I'm not a super authority. I'm not even any authority, but like I know bassists, and he's way up there. Just some of the stuff. I was fortunate enough to see them live once, Primus, and it was a whopping 3-song set. But I saw Les Claypool play 8 minutes of fretless bass, just going nuts. My name is Mud Super Easy. Anyways, you just basically need to hit it on. Just hit your guitar.
Yeah, that's it.
Concert
It's
Brother
super
Pig.
easy.
I love it. Look at this. The entertainment. My name is Mud.
Oh God. But yeah, no, I tended to stick more to metal music anyway. That was more my wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's a little that's the thing from one song to the next. As far as Primus or Les Claypool goes, solo, it's so drastic. You could have a pretty metally kind of sound and track, and then the next thing is like the most wonkiest, weirdest, funkiest shit you've ever heard in your life.
Indeed.
And
he actually tried out for Metallica.
did he? I think I knew that.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't. I knew that someone, and I know there's one for like every band, right? But I think that I did know that. That's really funny. That I guess would that have been like right after Cliff, like to replace Cliff, or I don't know. I'm gonna check that out. That's awesome. I love music history and little tidbits like that. Have you, anybody actually, listened to the ongoing history of new music? There is a podcast up in Canada here, and it eventually did get international play. It's been on for over 20 years, I believe now, maybe 25 years, but ongoing history of new music, absolutely fantastic. Alan Cross, wicked voice, just hearing the gnarliest cool stuff about that. So he'll dedicate an episode to that, like famous musicians that that tried out for bands and never made it, and it's really neat. All the little stories, and sometimes he'll have first-hand interviews and all that jazz. But really fucking awesome, really awesome show.
Interesting.
And
I don't really listen to podcasts, but I should.
So I tried so many, and I couldn't get into it. Like I'm a reader, and I love music, so like I figure, okay, I can put this all together. And podcasts, and it's different than an audiobook. I can do an audiobook, no problem. But podcast, it's like it just never ever held my interest enough. Any podcast, even podcasts where the subject matter was something I'm interested in, never held my attention. But there's 2 podcasts that out of like 14 or 15 that I've tried that I've been binge listening to, and it's Rivals, Music's Greatest Rivalries, something like that, and Ongoing History of New Music. They're both just awesome stories about musical history and behind the scenes stuff. And yes, I am a massive music nerd, and yeah, definitely down. I could say I'm a fan. I'm not deep or anything, but I have a lot of buddies who are like super hardcore punk level of fugazi type of shit, and I have heard them. I do know of them, and they're awesome.
Not my jam.
I wouldn't really say again I'm a fan because I don't like own a physical album or anything like that.
What's a physical album? Stop, old man.
You don't even own CDs?
They're in the attic somewhere.
Like, are you pure digital?
Yeah.
Right now, yeah.
Because, like, why not? My
There
card
is-
doesn't. My card has no media player except for an SD card, right? What am I
It
gonna
is
do?
extremely convenient.
What am I gonna do? Plug in a CD into my Xbox, which I think is the only optical drive in like the house.
There's a Blu-ray player.
Oh yeah, the Blu-ray player. Yeah, even better.
Well. Excuse me. See,
Your
you
excuse.
notice how I haven't even said anything. I'm not even gonna bite. I am the only person. I'm the only person on the fucking planet that listens to vinyl that will not go berserk after somebody says that. But no, there's a massive amount of advantages to digital, and if it's not something that you obsess over, then
And listen, I'm gonna go there because I'm gonna go there. Vinyl is fine, whatever.
I have a
It's
couple
not.
vinyl.
It's not better. It's different.
well, I suppose that's kind of opinionated, but
Of course it is, and that's my
But
point in this whole topic.
you
It's
do
it's all subjective opinion because it's your auditory.
sure, but
input, right?
there are absolute facts involved in stuff like vinyl versus digital. Analog music does
Correct.
carry
There
more
are absolute
information.
facts.
It is a more accurate representation of the original recording. Digital,
Depending on how it was pressed, how it was recorded, and all
Sure,
kinds
sure.
of correct. So there's way more variance. Oh God, we're gonna stop right now, and I'm gonna drink this Ugadol, and I'm gonna mute my microphone because I'm not doing this.
and then he's just gonna come and use your microphone because he needs to be seen for this too as well. He's coming into a physical manifestation just for this discussion.
Did you hear that? Did it come through my mic? He just
I didn't.
never do that.
That's awesome, Jason. A fantastic selection there of artists. That's wicked. You're doing a good job at parenting. Yeah, I'm not. At the end of the day, I just really would like music and like people to listen to music however they listen to it. It's kind of like whiskey. There's definitely whiskey that's better than others, even if people feel that it may not be.
Yeah.
But
And in the same vein, like
as long as you're drinking whiskey and you can drink it, like I'm not gonna complain. If I had to, like, I would listen to a good old fashioned clock radio.
how is that?
This is my grandma's old clock radio. And when I was a wee kid, I used to always listen to it, and like I would wake up and like sneak into grandma's bed and snuggle up, and that was the radio that was there. So it holds. I formed strong sentimental bonds with physical objects.
I couldn't imagine that happening.
Yeah, it's a problem. So you're in the same boat as me for a lot of that stuff, like on the book topic and all of that jazz. Like there's a lot of similarities, but I'm not going to go there because Dwyer's going to come on screen and call me a hoarder.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
No, and I'm
not-
getting better. I recently threw a gigantic amount of stuff away from my childhood, and it was actually like like there was an emotion, like there was a mental that happened when I did that. You know what I mean? It's like burning stuff. People say, "Oh, if you burn this or whatever." Like I literally felt like I was like, "No, I can't throw this out. I'm not going to throw this out. What am I doing? I don't need to." And then I threw it out, and then I regretted it, and then I didn't, and then I felt good about it. So now I'm at that point. I can just toss stuff out. Yeah, it's pretty trippy.
What the fuck
That's
is that?
For those of you at home that have perhaps ingested some psychedelic drugs or
Welcome to the trip.
interested in having a mind fuck, we're good for that too here at Cast Strength. So have a peek up at the void screen, and you'll always be entertained.
Accurate.
My mic's unmuted. I'm calmed down. I drank the rest of my whiskey. I'm good. Oh hey.
Go ahead.
Yeah, see, That's a quality. And you know what? Would you not like to have one of those around Dad's old alarm clock? You know, listen to some AM radio, listen to the Jays game. God, I love it. Yeah, see, look what's happening right now. See, it's everyone had one of these, man, for sure. Ooh, nice.
Not gonna lie, all radio reminds me of is digging ditches. Because that's when you listen to the radio, when you're outside digging ditches.
Yeah, I hate the radio, for the record. I like cable and radio.
Boom.
I hate.
You hate the radio, for the record?
Bang. I hate.
Sorry, I'll see myself out now. Bye.
Okay, you had to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that one on a web page. Yeah, it's I can't stand listening to the same commercials over and over again, and like seeing the same commercials on cable. Like I haven't pardon me. Some sports games I'll watch live on cable, but everything else, pardon me, I will either PVR or just download, or kindly ask a friend of ours to put it onto his streaming service, because I absolutely hate commercials. I can't stand it.
I mean, it's not just in the radio though. It's like any Spotify and Pandora. If you're not paying for fucking membership out the ass for shit, you're gonna get the same commercials all the fucking time anyway.
Yeah. I hear you, Charles. And there is some, but that's the thing. It's so few and far between. You hear a great song, you're like, oh, you know, I I threw a station on that I haven't listened to in a while. So I threw it on, and they were playing an awesome jam. It was they actually played back to back. Tom Petty from Damn the Torpedoes. I was really impressed. And then the next song was absolute claptrap, and I'll never go back to the station again.
You're welcome, Paul.
Yeah, Laura is a fantastic whiskey. I really enjoy it. But I also really, really enjoy Oogie, and it's a fantastic whiskey. And one is half the price, less than half price for you guys. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Again, I really like it. I think it's fantastic whiskey. I'd love to have a bottle again. I just like, that's Octomore country for pricing. So for me, I would scoop up an Octomore because I enjoy Octomores way more. But yeah,
exactly. For the price.
Oh my god! So I admittedly am a sucker for some Christmas music, but not the radio stuff. I did work.
Listen, right now we are not talking about Christmas music.
I'm talking Bing Crosby, type of old Nat King Cole jazz, but not jazz. I mean, like stuff. He gone. He completely gone.
He said no Christmas music. You kept right on going. He is out.
He's not the boss of me.
He hates Christmas music, like with a passion. Like that shit starts in September. I swear to God.
Like any Christmas music whatsoever. Period. Like there's not one Christmas song.
He will be okay with,
because like Mariah Carey and all that shit, and like Paul McCartney, nobody can like that.
No, he will be okay with things without lyrics. Like, so if it's just like background noise, if it's
Dwyer.
He'll be okay.
Gnarly jazz Christmas vinyl with all the old like jazz stars. It is fan-friggin-tastic. And there's no singing. He would love that one. Just some awesome musicians.
Might be a strong word for that. He might be able to tolerate it.
Tolerate. He might be able to tune it out and have it on. He still tunes it out and focuses on something completely different.
Yeah, but like Christmas carols and shit like that, no. Like you can see like little veins starting to throb in his head.
Oh my God. Well, point's gone, and Oscar winner Jack Nicholson has joined us. Yeah, that's a very common thing. So I worked retail for a while, and not only did I work retail, I worked retail in a popular mall. And it was a pet store, and I was in management. So I spent a lot of time, especially at Christmas, because the actual store manager lived an hour plus away, and I lived down the road. So I was there for all of that jazz that required extra time, and I was there an awful lot, and I heard an awful lot of the same repeated. That when that one note hits from that Paul McCartney song, it's over for me. Anyways, we are gonna pass on from this topic.
I do have to say, I did work at a doctor's office where the Christmas music did not stop after Christmas because the manager is like, it's 12 days of Christmas. So for a whole 2 weeks after Christmas, we still had the Christmas music going.
I'm a pretty big hold on to Christmas for as long as I can. I'm not gonna lie. Dwyer's like, okay, it's Boxing Day. Let's get this tree out of here. Let's get this decorations down. And,
here, Halloween. I'm done with Christmas already. Done. I don't want to hear anymore.
Yeah, it sucks too, and it's getting earlier and earlier, right? Like I'm sure it's the same down there. Like quite literally, when the last Halloween decoration gets removed off the shelf, it's like then you go in the next day and it's fucking Christmas. It's insane. Yeah, I see that. He is very, very grinchy.
Oh yes, but so am I. So.
And she's a freaking ray of Christmas cheer compared.
I would be right now. If I ever worked at a Barnes and Noble at any stage of my life, I would probably be living on the street right now. Sorry, not on the street. I'd be living in my house made of books, like physically made of books. If I ever worked at a bookstore. Dwyer, imagine I worked at a bookstore. Babe? Imagine I worked at a bookstore.
Ignoring you. Like we're not having
funny. It's not even funny. I'm not even allowed to go into the bookstore. That's not a job. There wouldn't be any money. That's not a job.
Yeah, my to be read book stack is just astronomical right now.
But you know what? In the worst case scenario, power goes out for a week. You're all set. Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite shows. That is in my top 10 favorite shows of all time. Black's Books is fantastic. Really, really good. Oh, it's funny. I think you guys would dig it too. It's there's some dryness to it. It's not very slapstick at all. It's a British comedy. This guy owns a bookstore. And I can't remember the chap's name. This is really embarrassing. Bill Bailey. I think his name's Bill Bailey, the comedian. Really, really funny guy.
Oh, that guy. Oh, that guy. Oh.
Yeah, you're not a fan?
Bill Bailey's, he's okay, but the other guy that's in it, I just can't stand.
Oh, the star. The Irish.
Yeah,
Irish guy.
The guy from Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, shit. He's the asshole in Shaun of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, they're all the same crew because, like, Simon Pegg is in Black Books, and so is one of the other chaps that's in it.
Yes, Scott Senator, that guy. Yes, that guy. Dylan. Yes. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
that guy.
So I'm not a big, like, first of all, just for the record, Shaun of the Dead, like him and Shaun of the Dead, like that's the kind of person I'd literally love to just
cave in his face.
Wow, that's excessive. I was going to say
that was. I was trying to think of a way to not sound like violent, but it's a character. It's a character. So yeah, it's a guy I would like to lay the boots to.
It's a character.
But he's good. So he's good in Black Books. And again, so this is exactly what I was going to say there. He's not really acting. It's very generic, but it's a lot. There's some really good sarcasm in there. I enjoyed it. I think you would like it because it's the level of comedy there is, you know what I mean? Like you have to get it. And I think you guys would dig it. But, you know, again, dig is a pretty strong word.
So here's the problem with me. comedy. I generally have a deep disdain for most comedy. It has to be in a very, very weird, non-centric sweet spot for it to be something I enjoy.
Yeah,
There's
it's not super weird, but it's definitely not. There's a reason why you haven't heard of it. You know what I mean? Like it's a great show. It has a cult following, as you've seen. Like I think everybody here in the chat that has seen it likes it.
Well, put it this way: most people enjoy stand-up, correct?
They're right. Again, subjective, right? There's some stand-ups I absolutely
most people enjoy. No,
but there's a lot of.
But most people enjoy stand-up. Most. I'm not saying
Dwyer hates it, but yeah, sure. It's a very common. Yeah,
most people like stand-up.
Stand-up comedians will commonly sell out the venue that they go in.
Correct.
Yeah.
I cannot stand 98% of stand-up.
Yeah, it has to be the right. Like it's really hard for me to not laugh at like Richard Pryor, for example. Like it's really, really hard for me to not laugh at Richard Pryor.
Not a fan.
But then there's some stand-up comedians that are friggin' crazy huge. I can't. Yeah,
most of them are terrible.
George Carlin I can't not laugh at George Carlin.
I don't like Carlin.
Wait,
as
you don't
a stand-up
like
comedian?
Stand-up. Okay,
correct. As a stand-up comedian, correct.
Because he's a fucking awesome. He was a really awesome guy.
Yeah, just the stand-up. It's like, like stand-up. Mitch Hedberg. I enjoyed Mitch Hedberg. Right?
Who's Mitch Hedberg?
You know what I always like about escalators? When they break down, they just become stairs.
Yeah, see, I can't even get into him.
He's a stoner comedian.
But that's funny. Again, I'm the same as you. Like, it's really hard for me to get into those stand-up comedians I name that I like are like the only ones I've gone out of my way, like that I actually like. I own.
Robin Williams only during the Coke days. No. Only during the Coke days.
Only during.
So all Robin Williams stand-up.
No. He stopped much later in life. He didn't do that shit anymore.
Did he do sober stand-up?
Absolutely.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Actually, I still have a VHS tape of him live in San Francisco, and it is ridiculous.
Oh, yes. Also, massive fan of Billy Connolly. Again, more so in recent years, seeing him in his cameos and different roles. But yeah, he's a pretty funny guy. And another thing too, it really is all in the mood. And I'm not going to say that this is like a definite, genuine thing, but if I went outside and had some Canadian tobacco and came back inside, I would probably like stand up way more than I would had I not just gone outside. Having said that, I'm also perceptive and looking at things a lot deeper, so I could also find it way less. You know what I mean? So it's hit and miss. But I'm with you on that. It's very select and few. Out of 100 stand-ups I've seen or heard, I'm probably digging 6 or 7. Type of a deal. But Eddie,
there's a couple I'm enjoying lately. So
I mean, Coke Phase, as far as artists go, Coke Phase is usually a fantastic phase as far as art goes. And again, not a definite thing, but
yeah, I'm just trying to. I ran through a whole bunch. I'm like, yeah. Not wrong.
Certainly music. Music's right at the top there. Like I can't even think of the amount of albums that just never would have even been made had it not been for the cocaine. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Is that a tool?
What's his face? Oh my god, I can't remember his name now. Yeah, that's a comedian. That's a comedian.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
There's a Tool song and it has a snippet of a comedian and I can't remember the name of the comedian.
He died of Bill Hicks. There it is.
Yeah, and there's a whole entire tirade of if you think drugs haven't done anything useful in your life, I want you to go home and take all your records, all your CDs, all your music, all the art that you've ever enjoyed, basically, and just go home and burn it all because every single one of them have been really fucked up on drugs.
Yep, it's really, really rare. At least one person in the band. Like at least bare minimum one, like and in a bad way too. It's not like, oh yeah, you smoke a couple doobies and whatever. It's like people are fighting, like severe like interventions are happening, and all the while they're recording this album that ends up being absolute magic. And then sometimes it can go the opposite way, like a Fleetwood Mac direction after having the most successful album in history up until that time. And then following it up with quite literally the most coked out thing that ever happened. It was the first album that ever cost $1 million or more to make, and they're flying around in jet planes and like they're literally doing so much cocaine that they wanted to credit and thank their cocaine dealer for the making of the album. But he died, so they didn't want to do it, it is what it is. But yeah, drugs fuel some severely incredible art. All kinds of stuff does. Strife and sadly depression and stuff like that also fuels a lot of beautiful art.
Yeah, like since we were talking about Robin Williams, some of Robin Williams's more serious roles when he was acting are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, big time. Big time. He's an incredible actor. He was an incredible man, and truly just a sad, super sad story there. But yeah, I'm gonna actually. We are already at 47 minutes. I'm so lazy that I'm gonna pour more STR.
Is there just to be go? Sorry.
I was gonna raise a quick glass to Robin Williams because what a guy.
I got some left in there.
Yeah, as the man, as old Slowhand said.
Is there a rock cut tonight or no?
I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if they're back yet.
But I will definitely have to shut her down at the hour anyways because I am covered in like a layer of gross sweat. And I sweat back here when I'm on the stream. I don't know why. I'm not nervous. I don't sweat normally. It's cold back here. But I think it's this chair and the fact that I wear pants when I'm on stream. I don't normally wear a pants person. But when I get up and go and like grab a whiskey, I don't want to be, in misgivings. Ooh, nice. That's a doozy. What I can't remember. Void, what's your take on the Classic Laddie? You're into the Classic Laddie?
Oh, he loves the Classic Laddie.
Okay. Nice.
Mint.
Yeah. That is a what do I want to say? It's one of those. It's not something that is in your wheelhouse normally. It's like when you're into those, like it's not a delicate dram, but it's not like as bold and punchy as what you're normally used to. Like all the drams that you dislike, that's not extremely far off of it, but it's still an Isla with that nice coastal. Like there's some good depth to it and all that, but it's not one that I would typically think that Void would be into.
It is literally one of the staple whiskeys for me.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And has been pretty much since
we've had it.
Yeah, since years now.
Yeah.
What's your take on Boona 12?
I dislike almost every Bunnahabhain.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
he hasn't found
Not
a
a thing.
Bunnahabhain he likes.
I've tried a whole smattering of Bunnahabhain, and every time I'm like, no thanks, never buy it, no point for me.
I strongly look forward to trying to change your mind on that. I have a Buna that might. I think it'll probably. I would bet money on it. I would bet. I would bet money on it. Have you had a lot of the peated stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went on a Bunnahabhain streak when I had a chance in the vault the one time.
Yep.
And because I'm like, I'm gonna try these. I'm gonna see if gotta try one and see if I like one. It came up empty.
Oh, like straight up, none of them, eh?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
This one you're gonna dig.
They're not bad. I'm not saying it's a bad whiskey.
You will dig this one.
You will, and here's why.
Can
the
you
best
dig
fucking best part about this whiskey. I'm gonna wait till if she will focus. Ready?
Now, is that one of those raw cask ones?
Yeah.
Man.
It's
the Blackadder or something.
Distilled.
Yeah, Blackadder. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. This is by a league the best Buna. I still love it. It's great. But the peated stuff is in another dimension, and this one is on another level in itself. Like, it is absolutely a stunner. It's super punchy, really nice and peaty. It's got wonderful notes on it. And if you don't like that one, I think you're beyond, like, you've exceeded due diligence. If you don't find this one a tasty, nice whiskey, you can straight up, you're entitled to literally wear a shirt that has the absolute statement of, like, Buna sucks. You could do whatever you want, and you'd be completely and utterly justified.
I mean, like I said, I have never had one that I thought was bad.
Right. It's just you also didn't have one that you thought, oh, maybe I'll pick one of those up.
Exactly. Or even I'll have another. Like, pour me another. It's like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had that. Don't want it ever again.
Yep. Checked it off the list. Did it. Gold done.
That's like Macallan for me. I've never had one Macallan that made me say, like I literally wouldn't. If I was at an open bar, there's not one Macallan I've had that I would see on a list and it'd be like, oh, I'm going to have that. Like,
if I saw Macallan at an open bar, I would absolutely jump on it because it's probably the best thing at an open bar.
But see, that's my point.
But what else is at an open bar?
For me, it ain't. Probably not much, but if I'm being honest, like, there's some
you want some Red Label?
Oh yeah, no. You got a point there. I'd probably have a Guinness, but I just haven't been wowed. I haven't not even wowed. I just haven't been. I haven't found a single Macallan that I felt was worth the cost of the bottle.
None of them are.
None of them are.
But I've also bought I've bought some bottles that, like, wow, this is amazing. It wasn't worth the cost of that bottle. It's still amazing.
For sure. Again, like, I'll use just like
drink it.
Like, there's a lot of drams out there that fall under that category for sure. Certainly, once you get past the 150 point, Scotch, there's a ton there. But yeah, it's not. I have no desire. I've never been impressed. I've only had 7 Macallan, but sure. I tried a Macallan that was it wasn't M or anything, but it was like a $4,500 bottle, and it was for me, I'd maybe if I had the money, it was there. I'd probably spend $130, $150 on it. You know what I mean? It's so shocking that I've literally never had one that I felt was.
That's not. Wow. I agree with that statement. I've had a bunch of Macallan myself. It's Macallan, but it is what you expect it to be.
I honestly can only drink Macallan with ginger ale. I don't know straight.
Yeah, I don't know, and I've tried the different ones and casks, and every whiskey has crazy different expressions, but I just feel that I'm at that stage where maybe I'll wait for someone to say hey, if you don't like this Macallan, then you're good. But I've got no desire. And to be honest, the more that people are going nuts about it, the less, less enticing it is for me.
Hipster.
I've already established my circle of whiskey friends that I trust and accept for this. So if they're down and they're digging it, I'm okay. Like, I don't need to go into the wild world of everyone else going bonkers over something. Fettercairn, Dave, what's that Fettercairn we had? I think it was a North Star. Fuck, I'm gonna have some of that right now in the last 5 minutes of this. Last 5 minutes of this stream here. Yeah. Fettercairn North Star, 12-year-old, 57.4%. I don't remember anything about the cask, but I'm sure Dave will chime in. I remember this being a good. I think their Fettercairn's a Spey, right? If I'm right. I'm always so happy when I find a Speyside that I like. Like, it's a rare thing for me, and they're all over 50%. I don't know. It's not a. I've never had an island whiskey, and yes, I'm using islands as a region here that I didn't really enjoy. Obviously, Islay. I've never had an Islay. Like, even my least favorite Islay I've ever had is still like better than a lot of other regions. But Speysiders, I just really started appreciating like within the last year and a half or so, because I really couldn't get into them. Like, I really couldn't.
Yeah,
and
we can.
I tried so many. Wasn't all with the Craigellachie 13, and now I'm at least open-minded enough to give some other ones a shot, but I know they have to be cask strength. Oh my god, yeah.
It is a Highland. I have yet to determine if it is actually subset Speyside.
It probably is not. It's just it's got a lot of super delicate notes that I always associate with Speyside. But again, like if it's a half a kilometer outside of the Speyside region, it's a Highland, right? Lots of super, super sweet, buttery biscuit, vanilla.
Just gotta say that the Dan Pleased sounds going robot digital is disturbing.
A little bit. Okay.
No, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I like being disturbed occasionally. It's fine.
Scaroused.
Scaroused.
A little bit of honey sugar and red licorice note that I don't remember on this.
God damn it. Now I want Twizzlers.
Ooh.
Oh, that's so good.
This is a Red Vines family. Sorry.
I really have you guys ever had one of the cask strength Glenlivets or a cask strength Glenfiddich or a cask strength Enter generic Speyside here?
No, because I never deemed it necessary.
I'm gonna say that again. I think that might be the like a Speyside you could get into. Because like regular Glenlivet, Glenfiddich, I can drink it. It's always something that, again, at a bar, like a sports bar, it's something you're always going to find. It's very inoffensive. It's single malt Scotch, but it is very, very, very boring and very light and very thin. But you take a 12-year-old cask strength Glenlivet, and it's a fucking another dimension. I know we can say this about every fucking whiskey, but it really, really is another animal. I think that the delicate nature of commonly, I know there's a lot of different scenarios, but the delicate nature of the Speysiders just really does well with the higher ABV. It's like Canadian whiskey. A lot of Canadian whiskeys, you water it down to 40% or in the low 40s, and it's super not attractive in any capacity and very weak and very thin. And then you get some of the cask strength or higher ABV from the same whiskey, and it's fucking stellar. Whereas bourbon, I've had a lot of bourbon at 40% that's really tasty. I've had an Isla, a couple Islas at 40%, really tasty. A lot of those regions and areas of whiskey that have those bold flavors, I think it just stands up a little better to that water once it's corrected down to the lower levels. But you get the delicate stuff like the Canadian, even some Irish, who I still think are the best at 40% in the world. And then you water it down to 40%, and it's just already so delicate and kind of thin and easy that you're taking so much more out of it, and it just doesn't do it for me.
See, when it comes to Speysides, I find nothing easy about any Speyside.
Yeah, really? It's not that they're delicate. It's just
there's a flavor profile there that just drives me up.
Do you get like an almost bile citrus kind of note?
I get it. What I get is very astringent and and just terrible.
Yeah, so that was me for so long, like to the point where I was like, "Who the fuck drinks this?" Like, I can't believe people drink Speyside. I stayed so far fucking away from it, man.
That's been me for the past 26 years, and I've tried many a Speyside. Some of them, it's like, okay, well, that's not that bad, but I don't want it. It's like Bunnahabhain.
It's not the most terrible thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
forgot about that. That was really, really tasty.
Strictly reserved for Hague Club.
Pardon me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's not. I get that, and I'm lucky. I think that I gave it that extra chance to get in there. And if it wasn't that whiskey at the right time, that might have been the last straw. Just no reason for me to have a Speyside. Like, just there isn't. You know what I mean? Like, even it's really funny too, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Speysides, and 3 of them are peated. So I will say peated Speysides are great. That Balvenie peated is absolutely out of this world.
Yeah, we have a peat week here, but it has yet to be opened yet.
Ooh, I think you'll be impressed. Is it the 14-year-old? I think so.
I believe it is.
Yeah.
You think so?
I believe
every peated Balvenie I've had in that range, which again is only 2 peat weeks, and this triple cask that I have are stellar, just fantastic. So that's a good one. That's the hitch. That's the the catch for you not liking Speysiders. I think you would like it because it's totally another. I know that it's obvious, but totally another animal when it's peated. And Balvenie does a good peat. It's not like, oh, this is peated though, and you're like, what? Like one fucking peated barley fucking thing per 100? Like, come on. But no, they're good. It's good peat. It's peated on the nose. It's good bold flavors. Again, I don't know what peat week you have, but I think that's one you'll like. I think you could look forward to that.
Viva the sea.
Unfortunately, that you will dig.
Unfortunately, at this point, most of the things that are yet to be experienced are the things that hurt to open a little bit.
Yeah, the things that you really kind of want to open with people around, like, share the experience of. And
I swear to God, I might be at that point where 100% of my sealed bottles is that scenario. Because I have no reason to keep sealed bottles at all. Other than the fact that I have so much fucking already, I'm trying not to have as many open bottles. It's actually at that level. Really trying to take down some of these samples, empty up some bottles so I can gift some out to people because I have no sample bottles. But yeah, like I'm looking at all the sealed bottles I have here are waiting to be popped open with friends. You know, either popped open with friends or popped open and shared with some Coke, right? Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, yes. No, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Obviously, I wouldn't waste good hot pappy on Coke when we have Dr. Pepper.
When we have Dr. Pepper.
Um,
Might go for some ginger ale, we'll say. But
Cream soda, damn it.
cream soda.
you do not.
Oh, better yet, white birch beer.
Ooh, I like white birch.
I love white birch beer.
That would actually
Fantastic.
be a good smoky, a good Isla mix. With
Yeah, it might be.
Do I have to find white birch beer?
Yeah, but it can only be the Dutch something. It's yellow label.
Your hair looks fucking awesome, by the way. That turned out really good. That's fucking awesome. That looks honestly, I'm not just saying this because I know that it will make you feel good. That looks like it was professionally done. No, the color is like solid. That looks good, man. Trust me. Like I've seen more pandemic dye jobs in the past year than many, and that looks good.
Yeah, I decided to just do the one solid color this time instead of trying to mix the purple and the blue together. So blue this time, purple next time, and then we'll start down. Nobody else knows this. Then we're gonna start down a bleaching path until we get to a nice gray.
Ooh, I like gray. I love it. There's a friend of ours in town. Not so much a friend as an acquaintance, but what's up, pal?
Should I get Mommy to read Peppa Plays Soccer? Peppa Has a Picnic? Or Peppa Has a Sleepover?
That's a
Wait,
big decision.
First of all,
Picnic.
where was this printed? What the hell is soccer?
What the
Printed in the USA. Well, Peppa plays football. Go with that one. Peppa's English. Why would she, but there's no soccer. Soccer. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Beckham, go for the picnic. Yeah, because Nathan Henderson wants picnic. So there you go, pal. Appreciate that.
Sleepover, but sure, we'll do picnic. I mean, it's true. Nobody needs soccer in their life, but
football, yes, but whatever. I don't even know what soccer is.
yeah, the long, like weird looking thing with laces that you throw. Yes,
That's a hand egg.
Oblong spheroid.
oblong.
The round thing that's black and white. That's a ball.
That's soccer. Nobody
That's a
needs that in their life.
Football. The
That's
other
soccer.
one is a hand egg.
You know what? I don't need this shit anymore. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Well, all right. On that note,
That's gonna be our closing note, apparently.
on that note, thank you everybody for joining us as usual. Hope you guys are all staying safe and happy, and we hope to see you next week when we're all going to be doing a really fun blind tasting with Beam Suntory.
No one's going to guess anything.
Fuck. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Later.
guys.